Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 863, and today's topic is shaping and annealing of the glass. Once we get the molten glass out of melting batch material, then to get the different shape or different type of glasses, we have to follow these two process in glass industries. One is shaping of the glass and annealing. Shaping means it is possible by two methods, either manual or mechanical. And if we see the history of the glass industry, it has hundreds of year history, and at that time technology was not very advanced, and most of the shaping of the glass was done by hand molding, that is called hand molding glass. And what we were doing, we used to prepare this roll of the molten glass, and then we'll blow the air with our lung, and then with sharp knife this roll is cut, make the hole, and that one is converted into sheet. So in this way different type of shape and sheets were made. But nowadays all these blowing of the air is done mechanically, and not only by glass blowing, most of the laboratory apparatus like burette, pipette, conical flasks, all these are prepared by glass blowing technique. And in most of the chemistry lab, this glass blowing section is already there to get different shapes of glass apparatus. And annealing is the process of very slow cooling of the glass so that it can stand of sudden heat or thermal shock. The reason is that once the glass is manufactured, suddenly it is cooled. So there is internal strain and stress because glass is insulator. So once all of a sudden the thermal shock is coming from outside, and internally that heat is not there, so there is stress and there is strain, and because of that stress there is cracking and breaking up of the glass. So if any glass which we are using, very easily it is broken or it is cracked, it means in industry the annealing process is not properly done. So very carefully, very slowly cooling of the glass so that it can stand thermal shock or cold, sudden cold, is known as process of annealing. And if it is not properly done, then the quality of glass will be weak. So shaping and annealing of the glass. Number one, the manufacture of different types of glass, where from the molten glass is called shaping of glass. So what different type of glasses we are getting from the molten glass is called shaping of the glass. And glass may be shaped either by hand molding or by machine. Previously, some hundreds of years ago, all glass molding was done by hand. It was hand molding. Before mechanization, the shaping process, both blown wares and sheet or plate glass, were produced by manual labor, by blowing with the air from the lungs. Just by mouth they will expel out this air from the lung, and at the end it will be blown. That I have already told you. So that was main practice, that is by manual labor. By blowing by lung process was known as manual process of hand molding. Number two, a sheet glass or window glass is prepared by this method by gathering a gap of glass and the end of the blow pipe. At the end of the pipe, the bunches of the glass will be there, the molten glass. and blowing it into a cylinder. There it is blown into cylinder, and this cylinder is cut open by a sharp iron knife on the inner wall of the cylinder, and then touching the line with a cold rod. The hollow cylinder is flattened into a sheet by splitting or by opening the cylinder by heating in an oven. So by this process it will be converted into a sheet. This tedious work has now been replaced by continuous mechanical process. So all these things now it is done by mechanical process. So after shaping of the glass, the next, before going to finishing a finished product, annealing process is very important to improve the quality of the glass. So what is annealing here of the glass? If the glass or article manufactured are cooled suddenly, glass being a bad conductor of heat, as we know it is an insulator, they develop great internal strain and are likely to crack or break on heating or even keeping for some time. So if annealing is not done because of the internal strain, it is possible to, if you keep for some time, it can break, or by any heat or by any cold, sudden temperature change, it can crack. They cannot withstand temperature or shock. The internal strain is also caused due to lack of uniformity. In order to avoid this cause, all the glass articles should be kept above the annealing or critical temperature. So in order to avoid that and to maintain the uniformity, the annealing process is very important, and that is called critical temperature. Number 4. Since glass is an insulator, rapid cooling will cool the surface of the glass more quickly, and in the internal portion causing an internal strain. So since it is insulator, once sudden heat is there, shock of the heat is there, so outer surface or inner surface where it is touching to heat shock, it will be hot, but internally, since it is insulator, it will not go in uniformly, so there will be shock strain there, and immediately there will be cracking. So internal strain. In order to avoid the strain, glass must be cooled very slowly. The process of this slow cooling, again I am repeating, the process of this slow cooling, which used to internal strain, is known as annealing, which used to reduce. The process of this slow cooling, which used to reduce internal strain, is known as annealing. Finishing of the glass. All types of annealed glass require finishing. Once annealing is done, it is called annealed glasses. After that, we need finished product. So finishing is very important after annealing, and finishing is usually carried out by cleaning, washing, grinding, polishing, cutting, grading, gauging, washing. All processes there to beautify, to make it clean. That is called finishing, and after that finishing, it is finished product is ready for packing or for sale. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.